If you actually collect that waste from growing wheat and turn it into fuel, you can make both the fuel and you can capture all the CO2 that's sort of also released in that process, makes a low carbon fuel together with pulls carbon out of the atmosphere. I'm Brian Foody. I'm the CEO of Iogen, and Iogen's a company involved in the biofuels industry, making low-carbon fuels from waste.
Interesting. And you were telling me that the company is somewhat of a pioneer in the global space?
Well, we've been around for a very long time. They're the first and only company to have developed successful commercial technology for taking biomass like straw and corn stalks or sugarcane bagasse and turning it into ethanol. Our technology is now being built out in Brazil and in $1 billion development done by Iogen, who are our partners in it.
Incredible. And a Canadian company, I understand.
Canadian company, based here in Ottawa.
Very happy to hear. So this morning we saw a slide that showed a number of flags from about maybe 25 or 30 countries that have a bioeconomy strategy or have, I guess, adopted some sort of supportive mechanisms from the government. And of course, the map of Canada wasn't there. So where does Canada truly fit on the bioeconomy global map?
Well, I think that Canada has great opportunities. Mm-hmm. The country is rich in resources, and the new commitment from the government towards carbon dioxide removals is a really perfect fit for Canada's strengths in bioenergy. Okay. Combining bioenergy together with carbon removals offers a great opportunity to be much more cost effective in hitting our greenhouse gas targets.
Could you expand a little bit on the unique opportunities Canada specifically has? We always hear that we have one of, if not the greatest availability of biomass in the world, and yet we don't have a bioeconomy strategy. What should really be the lanes that we pick?
Well, I speak from having been involved in this for a long time,
and with your own bias.
with my own bias, with my own themes about what we do, but broadly speaking, Canada has done many good things over the years. I think that other countries have had other big steps and big investments. The United States over many years was very supportive as well. But things ebb and flow. I think with respect to Canada, it's got two unique resources that can put it at the forefront of really deeply carbon negative fuels. Okay. And that's its strong availability of biomass together with its natural geology for carbon dioxide storage. So the basic idea there is that when you grow a plant, it grabs energy from the sun and carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere, and it stores it. And then if it's like wheat plant, it's going to die, keel over, and release the CO2 in the next year.
Right.
But if you actually collect that waste from growing wheat and turn it into fuel, you can make both the fuel and you can capture all the CO2 that's sort of also released in that process and create a process that effectively makes a low carbon fuel together with pulls carbon out of the atmosphere.
What was it like to build your business out of Canada, given the competitive advantages you just mentioned, but also some of the challenges that are inherent to any country? What has the experience been like over several decades? I understand.
For a very long time, we've found ourselves partnered with international companies. That started way back in the early 90s with a whole suite of international partnerships. I think that coming from Canada it gives us a position of being well respected. Right. And the government over many of those years has been very supportive.
Okay.
We have an opportunity here and there's been real interest in developing the investments. Jeff Passmore, who's running this conference, has made big efforts in contributing to the steps that Canadian government has made. And the conference we're at here is a little bit about teaching the government of Canada the opportunities.
Yeah. You've been a sponsor for, I believe, several years. I don't know.
Since its inception, whatever.
Okay,
I
so
think
that's 10.
His 10th year.
We're celebrating 10 year this year, which is an incredible milestone. And shout out to Jeff for that accomplishment in and of itself. Yeah. Why is it important for you to support an event like this? There are probably other opportunities, including abroad. What's the value of this gathering over a decade?
Well, we're involved in, like I speak at a whole number of venues internationally. But this is a prime venue here in Canada. Jeff Passmore has been a tremendous advocate for the field for many years. And we want to be supportive of that. And we hope that this is a great opportunity to reach out to policymakers here in Ottawa and help them understand what's available and what's possible.
You almost just read my mind there, because my final question to you would be, what we're here in Ottawa for a good reason. We're steps away from Parliament and other major federal institutions. I know, having been to this event for multiple years, that indeed the goal is ultimately to talk to MPs, talk to different orders of government in Canada. What would be your message in let's say in 20 seconds, if you were to say Canada needs to do this because...
I think Canada needs to become a global leader in delivering ultra-low CO2 emission fuel, combining carbon dioxide removal and biofuels, two things Canada has a huge strength at, offers this country the opportunity to create a real new industry that will make a globally large difference and will reach out across the oceans, both east and west, with real trade opportunities.
And if I may ask a quick follow-up, what would it take, just briefly? What are one or two things that you wish could be done, let's say, in the next 12 months?
Well,
I think
a key step, and one of the things that they've suggested in the IEA's report, is that the rules for biofuels be linked to reward greenhouse gas reductions. So if we want to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, we might as well ask people to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. And that linkage of regulations to delivering carbon reductions, I think, is an important positive step.
Thank you very much for your time, Brian. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you so much.